Hello everyone and welcome back to Goldeneye 007. I know it's been a long time since the last video, and for those who haven't seen it, I actually posted an update video today as well, so make sure you check that out because it's got a lot of relevant information on why there was such a huge gap in between the last Goldeneye video and this one. And just know that there were PC issues involved, and although they've been since resolved, I did lose some footage. In fact, if you see here, I've got the Aztec level unlocked because I was able to beat Cradle, had it all recorded and mostly edited before this issue started happening, and as a result, I've since lost that footage, which of course is a shame. Obviously, it's not a big deal to just replay that level, but my only concern is that it might mean that the credit sequence at the end won't play out. So, even if that doesn't play, you're really not missing much. So, let's just jump right in, though, otherwise. If you recall from last time, we disabled the satellite and all these other things, and at this point, Trevelyan is just on the run. So, we've got him cornered, more or less, although this level is deceptively difficult, especially at this difficulty and especially with that auto-aim. And I usually like to let those cinematics play out at the beginning, but it can make all the difference, especially in this level, because as we'll see, that little black blob starts shooting at me way before I can effectively shoot at him. As you can, yeah, and there we go. It stunned him for a minute. Gotta kill him quick so I can pull out the ZMG and dispatch these guys as well. So they really come out swinging on this one. In fact, yeah, my armor is pretty much completely gone at this point. So that's probably why they give you armor right at the beginning. It's because they know that this is just gonna beat the crap out of you and continue to do so throughout the whole level. So if I haven't made that point clear enough, this is a difficult level, and man oh man, I'm already, yes, all armor gone. Let's see, there's a turret right here. Come on, there we go. There's another turret up here. Gotta dispatch him. There we are, and also a control panel thing for the only non-Kill Trevelyan related, what do you call it, objective that's on the list. So right here is the biggest thing about this level, is that we're chasing down Trevelyan. From time to time, well, not really from time to time, but whenever he reaches the end of a platform or the end of a corridor or something along those lines, he'll stop to shoot at you. And it's only during those times can you actually damage him. Otherwise, he'll just keep on running. If I were to shoot him now, he would be invincible, so I would be wasting my ammo. So he stops, I shoot him, and he keeps on running. Whoops, and I accidentally shut the door in front of me. So we've got to chase him down. We can see he's going up the stairs there. All the while, he's got a slew of baddies following him, doing his will. Oh, come on. Oh, what the heck? And that's another thing. Normally, when you shoot him, he'll take the damage and he'll continue running. But sometimes if he's too far away and you shoot him, he'll just keep shooting you regardless. And that's exactly what he did. So like I shot him a bunch of times and he just didn't. Only that first shot will actually do damage to him. It's the thing. So you have to also close the distance. So and he's using an AR-34, so the odds are stacked against me in that sense. So like I said, you got to skip these graphics or those beginning scenes, whatever you call it. Cutscenes, there we go. Because we need to close as much distance between this guy up here as possible. Because, like I said, his aiming distance his effective aiming distance, or so to speak, is pretty damn awesome. And mine is pretty damn terrible. Every once in a blue moon, I'll luck out and I'll be able to shoot him ahead of time. Like, I'll be able to shoot him while I'm running up, but very rarely does that happen. Usually it's, oh, for God's sakes, yeah. Okay, yeah, he's dead, good. Like I said, man, this level is tough. It will beat the hell out of you. There we are. And of course, the infinitely spawning baddies don't help either. In fact, okay, yeah. The turrets obviously are a pain in the ass. When are they not a pain in the ass? Let's be honest with ourselves here. At least this one is a little bit harder of seeing. Okay. Whoops, I did not mean to hit that button. There we are. So, shoot Trevelyan. Oh, come on. Shit. No, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. For whatever. Oh, shit, I'm out of ammo? Oh, well. Okay, well. Suddenly things just got interesting. I guess I'll see if I can. I won't be able to melee him, obviously. It doesn't do shit. Because, like I said, if you attack him at this stage, it doesn't really do anything. See if I can grab an enemy or something like that. Or, try and slap. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't happening. I don't know why I was hopeful. Alright, well, I'm just gonna skip ahead, do what I always do, and skip ahead in these things. Man, running out of ammo early, that early is a pretty bad sign, so, okay, well, skipping ahead, you know the deal by now. We've seen this plenty of times. Here we go. Alright, so that's more or less where we were last time. Obviously, in that instance, yeah, I shot him from a distance, and he didn't really seem to mind. Oh, come on. He didn't really seem to mind it, so I really can't explain why the distance thing only sometimes matters. So after us doing a certain amount of damage to him, suddenly his little taunts change to, in this case, finish the job, James, if you can. The idea here is that we're going to the final scene of the movie, where where they like fight and duke it out at the bottom of the cradle here. Obviously, in this case, it doesn't make sense to have them punching each other and shit like that. Oh, come on! Oh, shit. So instead, we're just gonna do it with regular shooting. There we go. And I did it, yeah! Which is good, because I was one hit away from death. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? You know, I should have spoken. I shouldn't have spoke so soon. I should have known better. So, yeah. Can that count? No, I know it doesn't count. I know. I like to think these things. Oh, for fuck's sake. You know, that actually happened the first time, too. Not in that exact spot. Actually, someone shot me as I was falling down the ladder. But, so that was actually even more cruel. Ah, Christ. Yeah, I've actually never seen this screen before. Having both objectives complete, but still getting killed in action. I've never seen that before in this game. Oh, boy. Alright, so, anyway, let's just jump back to that, I suppose. One quick note, if you get shot or get knocked off the platform, you also insta-die, so there's also that. Alright, here we go again. Let's fucking try this again. Skipping ahead mode, engage. Ah! That didn't take long. Ah! Damn it. Buddy. Alright. I think this is more or less where we left off. Well, not really where we left off, but this is the last point before the whole finish the job if you can. So like I said, final fight or whatever it is. Because, like I said, it didn't really make sense for them to just have like an all-melee fight towards the end. And this time I'll be watching the ladder just to make sure that no one tries to sneak attack me from above. That was kind of bullshit, I would say. Alright, there we are. Fuck you. And now, watching like a hawk to make sure... Okay, that should do it. So as frustrating as that was, this actually was a fraction of the time it took me to beat it the first time. So I guess it's progress. It's improvement, if you can call it that. And then we ride off into the sunset with Natalia at the helm of the helicopter. And there you have it. Alright, completed. And okay, so we do get to see the ending sequence, which is pretty much composed of an awkward and polygonal makeout session. So, like I said, you weren't missing much otherwise, but I don't know, I still like to include the credits. I mean, we've gone through the trouble of playing the game all these months, so we might as well give credit where credit is due and show off the developers and the cast and all these other things. So, Goldeneye 007, I've said it before, one of the very few notably awesome licensed video games out there. And of course, when I say licensed, I mean licensed for a movie or a TV show, what have you. This game really defined a generation of shooters, or at least console shooters. Of course, subsequent James Bond games have been kind of hit or miss. I know, like, right after this, there was, I think it was The World Is Not Enough. And I played it, and it wasn't terrible, but it just couldn't match up to this. They were very big shoes to follow, in it, admittedly. There was Nightfire. There was a couple other James Bond games. I feel like I should remember more of them, but unfortunately, like I said, they just never quite hit this level of notoriety. But at least we still have this to enjoy. I can't remember if I mentioned it in previous videos, but there have been a couple there was actually a sequel to this game, not based on any movie. It was called Goldeneye, I think Rogue Agent. Anybody in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it was called. And the idea behind it is that you were playing the bad guys. Unfortunately, that's about the extent of it. There wasn't really any central relation to this game. It was called Goldeneye. I think Trevelyan might have been involved in the game somehow, but obviously we kill him off in this movie, so he doesn't actually show up, I don't think. But, you play as the bad guys, but really it feels just like another shooter. You don't really do bad guy things, it's just, I don't know, it was just storyline more than anything. And then I know there was also, I can't remember what it's called, not Reloaded. I know there was GoldenEye Reloaded for, the Xbox 360, I think, and maybe the PS3, which was like a port of the multiplayer mode of this game for new generations, or new consoles, obviously. But there was one for the Wii as well. I can't for the life of me remember what it was called. But there was a remake of this game, including the single player and multiplayer portions. And I remember people saying it's a good game, it's solid. It's a solid shooter, and of course it's with Wii motion controls, which is kind of cool. But, I mean, people warned you ahead of time, don't expect to be blown away the way this blew people away back in the day. But still a solid game. I have not played it myself, but I'd like to, definitely. I'd like to play it sometime soon. If nothing else, I mean, I don't know, I think shooters on the Wii are definitely something that should be utilized more. I definitely liked the, like Red Steel 2, for example. The first one I never heard much about, but I've heard Red Steel 2 is an excellent example of how a shooter can be done right on the Wii. But, oh well, like I said, at least we have these old-school gems to remember. And I know a spiritual successor to this game that wasn't really related to GoldenEye necessarily, but still in the similar vein, was Perfect Dark for the N64. I'm sure many people remember that one. And that's definitely a game that I hope to visit in the not-so-distant future, in one way or another. But Perfect Dark, for those who haven't played it, it's a completely separate storyline, but the gameplay mechanics is pretty much identical to how we see it here. The same type of control scheme with upgraded weapons, upgraded graphics, all these wonderful things. In fact, I remember it was one of the few games to utilize the expansion pack that expanded the memory on the N64, so that was a good one too. Alright, well, I think... Oh, here, yeah, James Bond will return, as he does so often, at movie after movie. Nah, I remember when I was younger, I actually was a big fan of the James Bond movies. I haven't seen any of the recent ones, so I guess I'm not nearly a hardcore fan as I used to be, but oh well, it's still enjoyable. And then we get to see the actors, the cast, so to speak, and I actually like this. I think this is kind of cool. I don't know why they show two James Bonds. Which one's the real one? But yeah, they go through all of the main characters, and then shortly thereafter, they'll also show all the individual soldier, well, not each individual soldier, but all the soldier costumes and the types that you see. So that's kind of nice. And I like that it's all randomly generated with, like, different weapons and different poses. I don't know, I'm glad that they decided to have fun with it, not just have the credit roll and that was it. So, like, you can see here, yeah, Russian infantry and scientists, all these. He's got the golden gun, actually. Which is something we'll be seeing not too long from now in, I think, the Aztec level. So, you've got that to look forward to. Well, I've got that to look forward to. Well, no, you'll look forward to it, too. You can watch my misery. I've said it before, but those bonus levels are pretty tough. I can't remember exactly which one is tougher, Aztec or, well, I won't give it away, but I can't remember which of the two is tougher, but I guess I'll find out soon enough, I guess. I like that guy right there, the guy with the big scar, but he's a civilian. That's not conspicuous or anything. I don't know. Nostalgia. All these memories of playing this game not too long ago, but so many of these guards that kicked my ass in their respective levels. I'm trying to think which one was the toughest. I mean, Control I knew was going to be rough. I don't know, what was the one that I had to do the most replays? It might have been Train, honestly. Even though I like Train, that level, that was an unheard of number of restarts and retries and all these other things. Odd Job. And that's actually a character, you can play him in the multiplayer mode is the idea. is that you've unlocked all these characters. And when you play as Oddjob, you're actually really short in game, and it makes it that much harder to shoot. So I just remember that from playing multiplayer back in the day. So anyway, like I said, we've got Aztec coming up next. These next 2 levels are bonus levels, so they have no continuity with the canon for this movie. They're actually from different movies. Aztec is from The Man with the Golden Gun, and the other level, like I said, I won't ruin it. But yeah, just know that this one is The Man with the Golden Gun, and I guess I'll leave it at that. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time where we conquer the Aztec level. I'm looking forward to it.